I am so bored. I'm so bored. And I'm so tired of being so bored all the time. So I figured I would treat boredom like it's a choice. Boredom is a choice. It is. It's you're choosing to do things that aren't fulfilling to you. And that in and of itself is a waste of time. If you are bored, you're wasting time. And I've wasted a lot of time. It's a waste of time because there's always something you can do. There's always something to do. And whatever it is that you choose to do, is it fulfilling? Is it fulfilling to you? Because if it's fulfilling to you, then you won't be bored. You have a finite amount of energy that you can put into anything in your life. And if you're spending all of that energy doing something that bores you, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to be exhausted all the time and it's going to suck. Take it from me. I know. I'm a creative who doesn't create anything. And if you, oh my gosh, my fellow creatives know exactly what I'm talking about. I have been in an art block for the past, like, way too long. It's an amount of time that I don't even want to say out loud. And I have not been able to create anything in such a long time. Anyone who is creative, or anyone in general who doesn't create anything, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not giving yourself the full human experience because it's human nature to want to make things. I should clarify. Creation for the sake of creation. Making art for the sake of making art, not for any other reason, right? Not for profit or not for achievement or not for anything else. Just to have it exist. Just to have it exist and be yours, right? My creatives, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I haven't done that in a really, 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 really long time. It's a choice where you allocate that finite amount of energy that you have. And making that decision of where to put your energy is actually really easy if you can trust and respect yourself. And where the trust comes from is you have to trust that you're capable of making big, like, impacting decisions. Like, you can't treat yourself like you're incompetent, you know? Like, you have an incompetent person in your life and you can't trust them to make big decisions for you. You can't keep treating yourself like you're the incompetent person. Because it's you. It's your life. You have to make those decisions for yourself and you have to trust yourself to make those decisions for yourself. And it's not only that you have to trust those decisions, you also have to trust in your capability to stick with those decisions. You can't back out. Like, you can back out if something doesn't work out, of course. I'm not saying anything's permanent, right? But I am saying that if you really want to do something, you have to trust that you're capable of doing that thing. You have to trust that you're competent enough to do that thing. And you have to trust in your ability to be consistent about that thing. It takes a lot of work to build trust with anyone, and building trust with yourself is no different, I think. And my second thing was respect. You have to have too much respect for yourself to allow other people to make decisions for you. A really good way to lose all of your individuality is by becoming a passenger and letting everybody make your decisions for you. Like, if you don't decide yourself, and if you don't trust yourself and you don't respect yourself, you're gonna become a spectator in your own life. You're gonna become like a victim of circumstance, and things are just gonna happen to you and you're just gonna roll with it, and your whole life will go by without you having made a single big decision that was actually yours, and your life won't be yours and you'll lose all individuality. And to me personally, nothing is more terrifying than that. Yeah. No, this is a conscious decision that you have to make. Even if that decision or that change that you're making is like huge and drastic, as long as you like those, my two things, if you trust and respect yourself, it'll actually be really easy. It'll be really easy because you won't be seeking validation from external sources anymore. Like, the validation will come from yourself because it's your decision and it's something that you want to do. And it's you taking control of your own life. Because fulfillment That all comes from within. Like, oh my god, that sounds so, like, cliche, but it's true. Cliches are true. You have to trust them. You have to trust that cliches are true. They're cliche for a reason. Because you have to learn them yourself. And that's why they're cliche. But fulfillment comes from within. It comes from you. It's not going to come from anybody else. And if you keep on chasing validation by trying to please other people and do what everybody else wants, again, you'll lose all individuality. You'll become a spectator in your own life. And that's going to suck. And you're going to hate yourself because you're not going to fit into any boxes that anyone... You're not going to fit into any of the boxes that you think you're supposed to be in. But the only box you need to be in is yours. I'm staring myself directly in the camera right now and telling myself this. Don't be a passenger. Don't do it. You'll hate yourself. You'll hate yourself forever. It's not going to be easy, but if you can gaslight yourself into thinking that it's easy, that's perfect. You have to be a little delusional. You have to be a little delusional or else nothing will actually happen for you. But that's a whole other video of its own. We'll get into that. This is me trying to make that change and to make that big, scary decision. I think I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I figure somebody else might need to hear this also, so I'm putting it out on the internet. That's all I got for now. Until next time.